Hey guys, welcome to our live recap of Samurai Jack Season 5, Episode 4. I'm Brian Swan at Democracy, of course. Joined today, as always, with AJETT, my friend Austin. Let's do that in reverse. Austin, find him on AJETT on YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitter, Facebook, and a couple other places around the internet. Dude, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Now, what were I just want to know, let's just actually. I want to start off with sort of a refresher because, of course, we had Rick and Morty between the last time we saw Samurai Jack and today. So, of course, the last thing we saw was Jack falling off of this tree branch into this. We have no idea. Like, we have no idea what it is. Is it like a bottomless pit? We have no idea. And then we had Rick and Morty, and now we literally get back to where he was at the moment that we left off, which is great. I was worried that we weren't going to get that, but they just continued it off immediately following what we had gotten before. So, I thought that was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
and like they actually showed how he fell down a cliff and how he survived, rather than just leaving us like questioning like how did he make it.
Exactly.
And I think it was you that predicted it, or everybody, but like we all predicted that Ashi was going to be alive. Like she was going to be the only surviving one.
Oh, I thought she was going to be dead. I think you predicted it. I thought they all died, and he would be going off to then face Baku from there. Yeah, I thought one of the what's up?
This is another episode where he had more of a episode one type of vision and like hallucination.
Yeah,
Like
I was going to bring that up.
like,
Yeah.
the first episode, like there haven't been any like hallucinations, like personal hallucinations, where it's like he's just talking to Interjack. But this is the first time where like he's like, well, second time he's just like looking at his observations and like that demonic Aku, daughter of Aku hybrid thing, that hallucination, and then the crows talking about murder
That yeah.
her, kill her, you're a killer, and like he said, no, they chose the path. It wasn't my fault. They chose the path. I couldn't prevent it. Like,
Yeah, I mean that was he's obviously crazy, and yeah, it's um that's where we are at this point with Jack. I mean he's just what's up? Your signal was messing up for a second there. What'd you say?
say anything.
Oh, okay. Now, of course, when he was going insane with the crows, and like he thought that the crows were saying murderer, um, one of the daughters, Ashi, obviously tries to kill him. She easily gets captured, and I just love how nonchalant for the most of the episode up until I think after the commercial break he was about her just talking about Aku. Of course, he kept trying to instill over and over that Aku is the one that's obviously that's damaged everything in the world, but she would know that. But yeah, I thought that it was just like funny how it was just nonchalant, and I also found just overall in this entire episode really had a classic Jack feel. Like the tone and the humor of it, the humor in general was just so was like just a return to classic Jack. There were times where it's just like, oh, that's yeah, like the what was that line? I'm trying to remember the acupuncture line was just like, oh, that was perfect. But yeah, it just felt like sort of a classic return in terms of the comedy. So that was really cool to see. Overall, though, of course, additionally, so this was a really colorful episode too. You had when he gets captured by this massive creature. Of course, you really we only had a bunch of like sort of grayscale, and the only character that was really colorful was the robot in the first episode. But now we have all of these different creatures, and we had this diverse color palette, and I thought that was really beautiful, especially just showing off the animation that has been tweaked from the original Samurai Jack. You there, man? Hello. Again, we're going through some technical difficulties. I'll call him back in a second. But What do you guys think in the comments? I'm gonna go ahead and call him back again, see if we can get in on get a hold of him again. But yeah, this is a pretty good episode. Actually, a really fun episode, especially if you compare it to the prior one where it was just really bland. I just so sort of dark, and he was going through a lot at that point. Now we have sort of this almost Logan-esque style. Austin, you there? Austin. Hello. Darn it. Austin, are you there? All right. I'll go hold him. Anyway, this is why live shows are always interesting. Okay. So, let's just go through all the points here. Now, if you guys were watching along with us, of course, and I think most of you are that are watching this live recap, of course, she's still blabbering all the way until they're inside this creature, and she's still blabbering on about how Aku's going to kill Jack, and how Aku is the master, and he's everything, and and Jack's just dealing with it, and he just doesn't give a crap, and he's dealing with that for the entire time, and then suddenly he snaps, and he's just like, come on, like, seriously, Aku's the one that's trapping me here, that's screwing me up, that's keeping me in this place that I don't want to be. And obviously, if you look at it from his perspective, it's the complete opposite. And she's not going to know that. She obviously was trained by this group that has made her think otherwise. But seeing it from both perspectives is very interesting. We got a flashback from her as well, and it's just the two sides to every story, to every view. There's just the different viewpoints. All right, Austin's back. Let's see if we can get him on the. Wait here, Austin.
Brian, I'm calling through my phone.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I was talking about the scene where Jack was talking with Ashi. When she kept talking about how Aku was continuously going to kill Jack, and he's everything, and he's the conqueror of all, and Jack just snaps and tries to, persuade her otherwise. That's what I was talking about.
Look, I'm trying to let you know, this guy is not a good person. He is the entire reason this world is in chaos. And the only reason that he wants you to have me dead is because he's brainwashing you. And she's just not hearing it. And at the same time, I totally understood why she was in so much denial.
Right.
Because she's been so conditioned to believe that Jack is such a demon and he's this terrible person.
Exactly.
And it's not her fault. And I want to talk about the ending especially, but we'll get into that later.
We will definitely get to that. We're actually getting to that point. Just moving slowly, but of course, we get to the and I already talked about the acupuncture joke lead up where these porcupine spikes just rain from the sky or just from the top of whatever the creature's belly is, and they get caught and they get it on them, and I love that back and forth, even though obviously she wasn't digging it, although it was just funny. Now let's see here. Of course, we also had of the flashback, or not flashback, just the what's the word I'm looking for? The visions. We saw the vision of the cloud, just like you can leave her. Both visions of classic Jack and of the cloud were like, get out. Why are you even protecting her? Just leave her. She doesn't need to be protected.
Yeah, totally. And I'm glad that he didn't give up on her, because Jack isn't necessarily like that. Granted, yes, he's killed a couple of people, and that's not his entire destiny. He's not just an innocent, he's not just a senseless murderer, and he's just generally a man of peace, and he wants her to understand that this world was peaceful before Aku came to reign.
Exactly. And that's one of the interesting things that we really didn't expect going into this episode. We even if one of the daughters lived and that was a skeptical thing going into this episode, no one thought, okay, Jack is going to take her under his wing and try to, teach her the way. We thought that they were all going to die, and just once we saw him just not like have to once we saw him necessarily have to slaughter them all, we thought that, all right, that's it. He's going to move to the next thing. The idea that he would be then trying to protect one of them, and that one of them would live, particularly, was just something that we didn't expect. After episode 3. But
say it again.
No, I said, we didn't expect the daughters to be alive by this one, at least even one of them. We didn't expect to be alive by the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also had those, that one area, that one scene toward the end before they get out of this creature where, he has to utilize these hovering, almost jellyfish-like. It's like they were under the water, but they weren't. I thought that was just a really good artistic touch. I thought that was a really good choice to go into that direction, because it was colorful. It was really nice to look at, but it was also tense as well, because you saw this giant shark trying to capture both of them, kill them actually, and they had to keep going after him and go from there. Or he had to get out of there in time,
Yeah. But since now that we're kind of at the ending.
Oh yeah, we can jump to the we can jump to the island at this point. He has to get out and go from there. I thought the island was just a very good sort of idea of what we're going to expect going into the future of the next few episodes. In terms of how Ashi's direction is going, and how, as a character, and how Jack is as a character. I think that that last sort of 2 minutes really, or just minute in general, tells us everything we need to know.
Yeah, and I really love the imagery with the ladybug, especially. The fact that, like, as a child, she saw something so peaceful and fragile, and that was the one thing that made her happy. And, like, she stopped all types of fighting for this ladybug. And granted, you kind of have to, because ladybugs help the ozone layer, but irrelevant.
The more you know. Yeah.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
But, she, like, a teacher or mother, I don't know, like,
we don't know what, yeah, we don't know.
Like, she made it so that is not a part of Aku's destiny, and that is not a part of Aku's will. But the fact that, like, she witnessed Jack look at this ladybug and gently let it go, I feel like that definitely gave her some thought.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about, what Jack was going to do. Once it got over to Jack, I was worried that she at first was going to kill him immediately once it landed on Jack, but the fact that she hesitated and, okay, well, let the ladybug sat there, flew away, and then that moment of realization, like, oh, this is, maybe he has something that is true here. Maybe he's not as evil as they say he is, or at the least they're lying to me, or something's going on, obviously. Yeah, I just thought this was the last 2 minutes much more decisive than the last 2 episodes, which left us on cliffhangers of what was going on. This was a nice closure episode of, okay, well, here's what's going to happen. Here's where the characters are at this point. We don't know what they're going to do, obviously, in terms of the island, and I mean, that's just the scenario they're in, but they have to obviously just probably work together in some way, so we'll find out. But yeah, what did you think? What's up?
I'm seeing this in the comments. I think Comrade Carl had said it. The Scotsman is coming back, bitches! Yes!
Wait, I'm sorry. Where did you see that?
In the next time on Samurai Jack.
In the comments of Samurai Jack?
in the comments of your video. Like,
Yes, I'm looking.
I'm talking about, like, did you watch the next time on Samurai Jack after the show was over?
No, I didn't. I went because I had to work because I had to put up this desktop thing because my computer is really messed up right now in terms of the video adapter cord. So I was trying to mess with that. But what happened? If you can you let me know?
So basically, there were a bunch of soldiers coming towards someone, and Aku was like thinking of coming back to Earth to stop these soldiers. And for like a split second, for like 2 or 3 seconds, you see an old Scotsman.
Holy shit!
Yes, the Scotsman is coming back.
Nice. That will be. This makes things all the more fun, man. Overall, though, that's gonna be so good, man. Overall, though, this episode, what did you think? What are your just thoughts of this episode, man?
I feel like I was the right amount of angry at Ashi, and I was the right amount of happy at at her beginning to realize that maybe she has been really conditioned.
Right, because I mean that's the biggest shift, right? Don't- I'll talk about Hen Dog's comment in a second, but that's the biggest.
I've seen him comment on your videos every
Don't
other
don't no
time.
don't worry. I'll bring it up in a second. I'll bring it up in a second. But that was the biggest thing, right? We didn't know if the daughters would ever have the realization that their world is not what they think it is, and the fact that they are the ones that are going to be adapting to it, and the fact that she's going to be the most adapted is going to really push this series a little more than just a Jack story. You know, I think that's the determining factor. You know.
Like I'm definitely like seeing a sense that maybe Ashi is going to like quit her destiny. Like if she does come across Aku, there might be a little bit of betrayal after all of the build up that came about between Jack and Ashi if it goes on through more episodes. But I do feel like Ashi is going to befriend Jack, and like she's going to realize that maybe these thoughts that she was having, like the way that she was brought up, wasn't the right way to go down, you know?
Exactly.
And not to mention fucking shit. It was on my mind.
as always, things always drop back and forth. Let's check out some of these comments though. But one thing I will say though, this was a perfect like jump back into Samurai Jack after Rick and Morty completely derailed everything. This was a perfect like get back into Samurai Jack, return to form. It lets you know everything that was going back on, so you're not mistaking everything. Yeah, let me get into some of these comments. Are you guys looking at the board? Jason Neal's comment. Are the board? I'm looking at the comments. If that's what you're talking about, the message boards. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Hen Dog HD says, "Do the Mighty B review." As I've said time and time again, if you pester me like this, I'm not going to do a Mighty B review. I will have the Mighty B review in the future. I already scheduled it to happen sometime in the future because someone asked about it. I think that was you. So if you keep pressuring me, it's going to be pushed back more and more. The wall's going to get 10 feet higher. Luis Garcia says, "Hey, hello."
What's good?
Yeah. Oh, so, I'm sorry. I don't want to look. My YouTube name is confusing to say. I think it says Osonic Studios. Oso Inc. Studios. Oh, I don't want to look. I don't want to pronounce your YouTube name wrong because I get angry when people pronounce my YouTube name wrong. So, Osonic. Oso Inc.
I think.
Oso Inc. I keep seeing Sonic for some reason. I'm sorry.
Like I'm looking at the logo or the profile thing.
Yeah.
And it's saying that.
Okay. It is up. Is it up at Kiss Cartoon now? I don't know. Hopefully it is. Those guys are like amazing. They have so many. I am. One thing that the internet has done is have these libraries of content, And Kiss Cartoon is one of those places that I just love. Comrade Carl, I'm 99.99999999999999901% that the Scotsman will appear in the next episode. I'm just as I'm just as predictive as well. How about you, Austin?
Yeah, 100%.
Comrade Carl also says, I wonder how many times Ashi said, die, samurai, die. I think we could drink to that. How many? Drink every time.
I feel like I should do a counter.
Yes. This is interesting. Doogie E Fresh 123. Do you see Jack and Ashi having a father-daughter relationship? I think yes, because there's no way in hell that they're gonna pull the
romantic thing.
Because she's like 16 and he's like, I don't know, but
technically he's in his 50s or 60s. Technically.
Yes, but he doesn't age. But yes.
Yeah.
But yes. I think that we could really get sort of a Logan dynamic because obviously he's trying to explain to her how the world is, just as Logan was trying to explain to X-23 how the world is in their universe. So yeah, I definitely would see that. I'd love that. I would just that's something exciting to see, and that's a likely thing to happen in the future. So definitely. AJETT says tech difficulties. Yeah, Austin, I know.
Just wanted to let you know.
No, of course. Angel Gutierrez 7554. Honestly, though, what's with the whole?
Oh my God! I didn't want to bring it up unless somebody said it. Ashi is thick. Like, oh my God.
Is she? Is she? I don't see it, but I mean, I've seen thick. I know thick. That's not thick. That's
no,
like.
You didn't see the clip where she like leaned over, but then again, let us stop because she is like 16. So younger viewers. Younger viewers can talk amongst yourselves because that's your age range. But that's not us.
Look. You will find everything you need on certain websites that probably have certain pictures and fan art already available. So you don't need me to tell you if she's extra thick. You can find out on your own. I'd fap to that. One Great Bill says, any of y'all fried?
He's talking about weed.
About what?
Weed.
Reed?
Weed. Marijuana.
Yeah, no. You see, the thing about technology is, Austin, I can't really hear you all that well, so I'm trying to read while also you saying read. You saying I'm reading. You're saying weed. I'm confused. So no. Austin, are you high? I don't know. I'm not high.
No.
Okay. Looks like no one else. Animated Momo says just a new comment. No romantic relationship. Yes, exactly. No romantic.
Yeah, I don't want this to be a romantic jiffy.
No. Any other comments, guys? We'll wait a couple seconds. Actually, no. There's like a 30-second time gap, but between that time, I'll just keep talking. One of the cool things this is so cool. I don't support many of the reboots at all from Cartoon Network. I mean, we're about to see a new one, Ben 10, coming literally Monday. So overall, it's Cartoon Network doesn't have a great track record of rebooting and doing it well, and not just for the money. But this has been such a great time to enjoy Samurai Jack. It's such a good comeback, and it's just great, Austin, don't tell me you're technically out of here already.
Say it again.
No, I was just praising Samurai Jack for not being a bad reboot, or not reboot, but continuation.
First step, it's not a bad reboot at all.
Yeah. Dylan, I don't want to mess up your last name. He just says hello. Hi, what's up, dude? Welcome to Democracy. Welcome to the live recap of this thing. that we are doing that is slowly running out of steam. We'll wait a couple more minutes or seconds or whatever, half a minute. How does time work? Because I mean, I've been waiting for about 30 ticks so far. How about you, Austin? How many ticks have you been waiting?
How many ticks?
Ticks, yes.
I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry, that's a Voltron joke. Yeah, sorry, I should have told you. You haven't seen Voltron yet. Or not Voltron. That's Voltron lore, not a joke. Animated Mobo, cough cough, garbage. I already call it. Call. Wait, what was your prior comment from up there, Animated Momo? Because do you already call no romantic? Do you call romantic relationship or do you call no romantic relationship? Because that could. I mean, here's the thing, right? Because if it is, just here's what you could imagine, right? Imagine Samurai Jack as Luke from Star Wars Episode 7, how old Luke is in Episode 7, and then Rey. And that's the time difference. That's the age difference that we're talking about here. So if you're thinking about like a romantic relationship between that time difference, go ahead. But that's, kind of like weird in my opinion. I don't know about Austin, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what about the romantic relationship?
About the romantic relationship, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want Jack and Ashi to have a romantic relationship again because of the age difference, and I don't think Jack needs anything romantic right now. He needs to be focused on getting back home and defeating Gaku because he's been on this for like 50 years now. He doesn't necessarily need anything to distract him.
Yeah, he doesn't need any young stuff to take time away from his he's trying to get back to the past. That's in the theme song. Tygo 10 John says, "This is my favorite episode yet. I love this episode. I loved it too. I think it might be my favorite episode, but there were just some fight scenes in episode, I think it was 3 and 2 that really just make those episodes so good. I do love the humor in this episode, but something about this one I just really, really, really love." All right. Animated Momo says, Ben 10 is garbage. LOL. Thank you. I mean, look, I'll do it. I think it might be a 5 to 10 minute review of it, but yeah, Jesus. Talk about reboots that aren't working.
I feel like Ben 10 is just going to be on the level of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, where it's just like,
it's there.
Okay.
It's there.
It's not necessarily horrible, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not something that I would anticipate to watch, but I wouldn't mind to watch if it's on.
I mean, I've already told you my thoughts. It's the problem with it is that if you're going to make a reboot, at least have it be as good, if not better, than the original. Don't make a reboot that is worse off than what you already have, because if you're going to make something worse, then you might as well play the original. And I'm usually not saying play the original, but don't do it at all if it's going to be worse or lower quality. And that's what it seems like. I'm going to watch a couple more episodes and go from there, because they've obviously released worldwide everywhere else. But, yeah. Angel Gutierrez 7554 once again comments, "Oh, judging from what's coming in the next episode, I feel like the Scotsman is going to be a part of that army that's going." Yep, it definitely will. Hen Dog HD, can you do the Mighty Bee review? I know that you have a sad life, so you keep commenting this, but seriously, dude, I will not do this review, and I will hold back until 2019. Animated Momo says, "I was talking about Ben 10. Yeah, you were talking about Ben 10. I was talking about Ben 10. Austin was talking about Ben 10. Dylan says, "I'm having problems with internet." I can't help you with that, man. Call Comcast or wherever you are. Customer support. It's Saturday at night. And you'd probably have better luck getting pizza in an hour than customer support. Nick Garad says, "Did you hear that Clarence is ending production?" Yeah, that was... Did you just yell? Was that? Did you, I just want to make sure that was a yell or something. Yeah.
Yes, I did yell.
Clarence.
Where did you hear this from? Please fact check because I need to know.
I mean, well, at the upfronts, we talked about this. At the upfronts, Clarence wasn't renewed. It wasn't. It was number one. It wasn't renewed. It wasn't on the list of returning original series. So, yeah, it is definitely in the sort of odd territory that, it's not there. All right, I'm doing 5 more questions, then we're ending. And I know there's a 30-second delay here, but yeah. Anyway, Clarence, your thoughts, Austin, of it possibly coming to an end?
I'm hurt. Like, genuinely.
Yeah.
That makes me question if Simon knows. Because, like, he told me that, like, season 3 is happening.
No, after season 3.
Oh, after season 3.
We're cutting it now. Just.
Because, like, Cartoon Network is known for pulling the plug on cartoons without saying anything.
Yep. Exactly. Been there, done. Yep. Let's see. A couple more comments here. No, LOL. I was talking about Ben 10. Animated Momo comments again. Yeah, I think we know you're talking about Ben 10. We knew you were talking that Ben 10 sucks. Don't worry, we weren't talking about Samurai Jack. Okay, we got you. Doogie Efresh 123 says, "Are there any other side characters you want to see besides Scotsman?" I mean, I'd like to see the I can't remember his name, the robot that was in the first episode. I'd love
Bring back Scaramouche! Oh my god!
I'd love to see him come back.
Scaramouche's best villain.
Yeah, if he could come back, that would be awesome. Nick Garrod comments, "I really like this episode. It was so awesome." Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Eric Harris says hello, and all right. The final questions will be Angel Gutierrez after I read the second comment from Eric. "Do you believe in natural selection?" Yes, I do. But that is a conversation that at 12 a.m. I'm not ready to have. That's gonna be a long discussion, my friend. How about you, Austin? Do you believe in natural selection? On a Samurai Jack recap. Recap conversation. Natural selection. Do you believe it? Or sorry, next question. Oh, and Invader Zim is coming back. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be something that we'll probably do a live recap of. You up for it, Austin? You want to do something like that for
yes.
Invader?
Also, me and Brian are going to be doing a quote unquote special talk about a certain movie.
Oh God.
Technicolor equine creatures. Just putting that out there. Brian's not gonna know that we're talking about it, but it's gonna happen.
Oh God!
Just saying.
Jesus Christ.
Also, the Class of 3000 review is definitely happening as well.
Oh, that I keep pushing that. I keep pushing that back. But yeah, we got to do that.
Also, I don't mean to plug myself, but
you can plug yourself anytime, just not in front of me.
I'm planning on doing a legit review of Welcome to My Life.
Oh, cool. Go for it. When do you know when, or are you just working out the idea of it?
I'm working out the idea because it's going to be a little more scripted and edited than my videos.
Yeah, your AJETT conversations, right? And just your videos in general, right? Hello?
Huh?
No, I said just like, I mean, you unlike the AJETT conversation and other videos, it'll be a little more scripted, like you just said, right?
It's going to be more of like an AJETT review per se.
Cool. Alrighty, guys, that'll wrap up this recap. Thanks for all your comments. This was fun. Again, as always, I love talking to you guys in the comments, and Austin does as well. Joining me today, I was wondering where to go. Again, 12 a.m. here. Joining me today, Austin from AJETT. Find him on YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, Flickster, Vimo.
I don't know what any of those are.
MySpace,
I'm contemplating getting Discord, but I don't even know how that app website place works.
I don't know. I don't know 80% of the social media apps. I don't use. I only use Facebook and Twitter for the most part. So yeah, I am. I have to learn more of these things, man. I mean, I'm only 20. I'm only 19, and I have to learn more of this stuff.
I keep forgetting that I'm older than you.
Well, I mean, you're 58, right? So
I'm only like a year older than you.
I know. Austin's secret identity age will be revealed. All right, man. Thanks for joining me.
Anytime.
All right.